circumstances where you plan to do something you feel is going to help you, but you don't seem to be sure of yourself. This uncertainty may lead you to discuss your intentions with a friend or loved one, hoping that friend or loved one will just say, "Sweetheart, your intentions seem crazy, but I support you. Let's do it." This kind of support may drive you to put your maximum effort into your plans and make it happen. But what if, after discussing your intentions with a friend or loved one, only for the person to reply, "Yeah, dear, I hear you, but why would you even want to do that? This is crazy. Just forget about it. It's never gonna work." This feedback may discourage you and may stop you from executing those beautiful plans, which you might regret later. So, don't waste time waiting for inspiration to begin. Just begin, and inspiration will find you along the way. Hello, lovely people. You're all once again welcome to Talk Life with Nancy, a platform for you and I to discuss all our life issues and share ideas to deal with them in the best way possible. I know by now you are wondering, what is Nancy about to talk about? We should just start already. Yeah, I know you said that, but don't worry, I'm not gonna waste your time any longer. I'm starting right away. I have titled today's podcast as "It's Never Too Late to Press the Restart Button," and it's inspired by something that happened to me almost 2 years ago. Well, this is what happened. I was in my third year in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology reading economics when I got the opportunity to apply for a scholarship to study in China. I know you are thinking, wow, you had a year left to complete. You should have just completed your undergraduate studies, Nancy. This should tell you how much of a big decision I needed to make at that time, as everyone close to me was telling me the same thing. A part of me understood their point. After all, a year will come soon, not to think of all my parents' effort to pay my fees for the past 3 years being in vain. A part of me also felt like, well, these opportunities are rare. What if you lose it after the 1 year? You're in a country where after your bachelor's degree and national service, job search really gets difficult. You're so young. Losing 3 years of your life hurts, but make it worth a great sacrifice. After some time, I got my parents' support, even though they wished I had completed. As if after that all my problems were over. No, they weren't. I remember I had to go to my former senior high school for some documents, and then I met a former teacher of mine. I told him my intentions to travel to China, and he replied, Nancy, you can do better. Is China a country to travel to? Just forget about it and look for a better country to go to. What are you going to do in China? I'm someone who have all problems in me, and I bet you that's very exhausted, and it's not fun at all. It can make you confused and absent-minded almost all the time. At that time, all these problems were really bothering me and made me disturb so much. I felt like I wanted to talk to someone, but I didn't want the person to be a relative or a friend. I wanted to talk to a complete stranger. So I went to see a counselor in K University, and he also told me I should forget about the traveling and that I will get a better opportunity. I should just forget about it and just live in Ghana. What am I going to do in China? Oh no, just forget about it. China is not a country to travel to. That was what the man told me. To be frank, after that day, I realized my parents, should I say my family, who were about to bear all the cost of my traveling, were not complaining. They were supporting me fully. And then my instincts were also telling me to just go ahead and pursue whatever I'm planning to do. Why should I let myself be discouraged by other people? I should just forget about them and just continue to do what I'm doing. So that day I decided nothing is gonna stop me. Luckily for me, some former classmates of mine in KNUST organized a program called the 3P Summit. And I've never regretted for once for attending that program. One of the speakers were talking about how we are afraid or scared to start something afresh, being it our business or our education. You know, when you're at a program and someone is talking about something and you feel like the person is speaking to you directly, that's how I felt that day. It was like the speaker was saying, "You, Nancy, I'm talking to you. Don't be discouraged by what other people are saying. The decision you're about to take right now would be very good for you. Don't mind them, okay? Just continue." I was like, he was talking to me directly. That day, I reminded myself that I'm making the right decision for my life. What is there to lose if I want to start undergraduate studies again? After all, I'm still young. After a lot of up and down, I was able to submit my documents to apply for my visa. I went for an interview. But you know what happened that day after my interview? After my interview, I stepped to go and then wait for the date I've been told to come for my visa. And then I was called back inside. I remember that day as if it was just yesterday. It was one Friday afternoon after the submission, and then I was told that my passport wasn't valid. I was like, what? What do you mean by invalid passport? What does that even mean? That means that my passport isn't original or something. I never understood that concept until that day. Anyways, I was directed to go to the passport office to make a new passport. So I found myself at Rich Passport Office. And then after I told them my problem, almost shedding tears to them, they said, "No, girl, you shouldn't worry. This is just a minor problem. We will solve it for you. Just come back on Monday. You'll get a new passport." So I went home, prayed the whole weekend. Prayed the whole weekend, and lo and behold, on Monday when I went, I got a new passport. I submitted it back to the embassy, and then after some few days, I got my visa. Beloved, with that situation that I really saw myself that I've been favored and I'm full of grace beyond measures. You know, when you are praying to God for favor, don't just pray for favor from God. Just pray for favor from your fellow humans too, because it really works. I know you've been told never give up so many times and you might not want to hear it anymore. But I want to encourage you not to get tired of it now, because not giving up on something will eventually provide good results. Just trust your instinct. Life is never a race. We all have our own path to pursue, and we are all gonna succeed one day at our own time. You know, my classmates just completed their national service, and I'll be in the second year next semester studying international business in Beijing Foreign Studies University. But that doesn't bother me, because that is the path I chose, and I will get there one day. Pressing the restart button is never easy, but life is all about risk taking. Just put your maximum effort, have a positive energy, surround yourself with positive people. Let me share with you what my father told me when I was a little girl. You know, I'm no more little. My father told me at a very tender age not to think negative for anyone, even when the person hurts me. I should have a clean mind and I'll be successful in all my activities. This has really helped me, and I would encourage you to try to do the same because it's really, really, really going to help you too. Without wasting much time, I would like to end today's podcast here. But if you have any topics you would like us to discuss on Talk Life with Nancy, please feel free to contact me on Instagram with the handle Dear Nancy Kumi. Thank you so much for listening, and please do well to subscribe to my channel. Click the bell icon to be notified for my next episode. Like my audio, comment and share. Let's encourage someone out there that it is very okay to press the restart button in the education field, in the business field, and in any other field. Have an amazing day, and bye for now.